Are you truly rich? Welcome back, friends. Let us talk honestly about what it means to be rich. Right? The world around us has its own definition, and it is all about numbers. Wealth is measured by the size of your bank account, the size of your house, the cars you drive, or the number of zeros on your paycheck. You can fly on private jets, wear expensive designer clothes and jewelry. If you have more than others, you're considered successful and secure, and some people will admire you, and others will envy you. It's interesting that the world's way of measuring riches is largely based on external things. That which is visible, tangible, and material. It's all about what is on the outside, not what's on the inside. And yet, with all this material success, many still walk around empty, anxious, and searching for something more. That's because the world measures wealth from the outside in, but God measures wealth from the inside out. In the book of Luke, chapter 12, verse 16, Jesus told a story about a rich man who had everything the world could offer. He had abundant crops, overflowing barns, and he told himself that now I can just eat, drink, and be merry. But God called him a fool, saying, "This night you are going to die. Then whose will those things be which you have accumulated?" The world's riches are temporary, and no matter how much we accumulate, we can't take any of it with us. Have you ever seen a U-Haul in a funeral procession? The world's wealth is fleeting, uncertain, and often leaves us unfulfilled on the inside. But God, however, measures wealth differently. In His eyes, true riches are not found in possessions, but in a deep, loving, spiritual relationship with Him, having strong faith in God, forgiveness of sins, and the gift of eternal life through Jesus Christ. These are treasures that never fade, never rust, and can never be stolen. Jesus says in Mark 8, verse 36, "What good is it for someone to gain the whole world, yet lose their soul?" God's definition of wealth is rooted in His blessings, a heart that is at peace, a life that is filled with purpose, and a soul that is secure in His love. Biblical wealth is the ability to experience and enjoy God's blessings, knowing He is the source of all good things. You might have little by the world's standards, but if you have Christ, you possess riches beyond measure. God calls us to be stewards, not owners, of what we have. Our money, time, and talents are gifts to be used for God's glory and the good of others. This makes even more sense when we realize that everything in the whole universe, including our possessions, already belong to God. What are we saying? The world applauds accumulation. God honors contentment. The world seeks power over others, but God blesses humility and kindness to others. The world admires fame and success. God values loving faithfulness. You may be tempted to believe that you are behind because you don't have enough. But remember, you might be far wealthier in the things that matter most, such as spending time with friends and family who truly love you, or possessing a grateful, thankful heart. Also, having an abundance of hope, faith, and mercy. And to top it all off, you can possess God's eternal promises that never expire. True wealth is being rich in good works, as in 1 Timothy 6, verse 18, storing up true spiritual treasure in heaven, where moths and thieves cannot destroy it. As in Matthew 6, verses 19 through 21. It's found in knowing Jesus intimately, walking humbly with God, and living a life that blesses others. And the beautiful thing is that this kind of wealth is freely given, not earned. It is found in surrender, not striving. It is rooted in God's love and grace, not our accumulated gain. God doesn't want your portfolio, He wants your trust. Doesn't need your trophies, He desires your obedience. An old pastor once said, "I have been at the bedside of many people who were dying, and I have heard many last words that they had to say. And I never heard any one of them say, 'I wish I had made more money.'" How many people of this world do not realize what truly matters until it is too late? You can be the richest man in the whole world, but yet be completely bankrupt when it comes to the things that really matter to God. This is not to say that material blessings are inherently bad, for God blesses us in countless ways. This is just a sober reminder that they are tools to serve others, not idols for us to worship. The world's riches can be here today and gone tomorrow, but the wealth that God offers, such as spiritual wealth, character wealth, and relational wealth, is eternal and unshakable. So, let's challenge ourselves to see wealth and riches in the way that God sees them. Let us pursue lives of faith, wisdom, and generosity. Let us invest in relationships, serve others with joy, and trust that God will supply all our needs. Let's measure our lives not by how high we climb, but by how deeply we love. Not by how much we can store, but by how much we can give. May we pursue a kind of wealth that truly satisfies, a wealth that endures, and a wealth that brings glory, not to ourselves, but to God, our Creator. Until next time, friends, may you never stop truly living, truly loving, and truly learning. God bless you.
May you walk in God's wisdom and live well